Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. On the inhale, come forward to a plank again. And exhale the knees, the chest, the chin to the floor. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat back onto heels, lift knees up, downward facing dog. Good. Soften the knees, walk the feet toward the hands. Keep the feet about hips width distance apart. Hands about 6 to 8 inches in front of the feet. If the palms are lifting up, blocks underneath the hands are super helpful. Or if you're like bending your knees to get your hands down. So put your hands on blocks, and that way you won't be on your fingertips. You can put weight in your hands and your feet equally. Yeah, and then let the head be heavy. Exhale 1. So look back at the mirrors. Exhale 2. There you go. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. Soften the knees. Step the feet out as wide as the mat. And then come down to a squat. Bring the hands together and press out with the forearm. Squeeze in with the knees. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. Then just place the hands on the floor. Come sit down. And straighten the legs out in front of you. On the inhale, bend the right knee into the chest. Step the right foot on the outside of the left knee. Dorsiflex the left foot. Lift the left arm up. And exhale, twist over to the right. Look over the right shoulder. Ardha Matsyendrasana. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale, come center. And then exhale, counter twist over to the left. And inhale, come center. And exhale, extend the right leg out. Inhale, bend the left knee. Place the left foot on outside of right. On the inhale, lift the right arm up. And then exhale, twist over to the left. And instead of kind of gently putting your hands on the floor, like step back here, press down here and roll. Look how like that operates. So when your hands are kind of back there, it's pretty, but you're not doing anything. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Then inhale, come center. Exhale, counter twist over to the right. Inhale, center, and exhale, extend the left leg. Bend both the knees. Place the heels where the knees were. Hands behind you 6 to 8 inches. Fingers pointing toward the windows. Bring the chin to the chest. On the inhale, lift the hips into tabletop. Exhale, let the head go back. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale, bring the chin to the chest and come down. And come set up on a block or a blanket. We'll chant a little bit. Let's chant, we'll We're going to chant the little strip that I gave you from the Bhagavad Gita 4.5. Then we'll chant, but we'll also chant. Let's start out with a little Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. So 3 ohms. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Your turn. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Continue. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Now, call and response in English. May all beings everywhere, may all beings everywhere be happy and free, be happy and free. And may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life, and may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some small way, contribute in some small way to that happiness and to that freedom for all, to that happiness and to that freedom for all. Go back to Loka. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Twice more. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Now, look at that little piece of paper I gave you. Little harder Sanskrit, definitely. I'll sing it first, then we'll try it together. Bahu nimi vayati tani janmani tavacharjuna tanya ham veda sarvani natava veda parantapa. Try it. Bahu nimi vayati tani janmani tavacharjuna tanya ham veda sarvani natava veda parantapa. One more time. Bahu nimi vayati tani janmani tavacharjuna tanya ham veda sarvani natavam veda param tapa. A little more complicated. In English, you don't come up, you don't link things together like ni vayati ta. You just don't. It's like it's very hard to get your lazy American tongue to do that. So it's kind of like yoga for the mouth. That's what Sanskrit is, yoga for the tongue. That translates into Arjuna. Both you and I have had many births together. You have forgotten them all, while I have remembered them all. And this is Lord Krishna speaking to Arjuna on the battlefield, when Arjuna talks about like what happens after one leaves the body and what is the cause. And this is in the chapter called Jnana Yoga. Yoga of knowledge. So you would, when you talk about knowledge, yes, there is the idea of esoterically reading shastras and books and gaining academic knowledge. But what he's talking about in that chapter is gaining like esoteric knowledge that is like beyond the body and the mind, like transcendental knowledge. And he talks about, what is the cause and effect for the cycle of reincarnation. And we chanted it in the English interpretation, Lokasa Masta Sukhi no Bhavan, to its thoughts, words, and actions. Because karma, interesting enough, only means action. That's all it means. It doesn't mean anything else. But any action you do creates reaction, right? And so the main source of reincarnation is our actions, our thoughts, and our words. And that reaction could play out in your lifetime. Like we have seen that happen recently, right? Where you see things reacting to what people have said, and all of a sudden there is a reaction to it. And that is the law of karma playing out before your eyes. It's not always the case that it happens that way, and then you can say, well, this person said this, and this is the result that they got. So why are we upset? Because they were actually cheerleading for this action to happen, right? That's kind of weird, right? But then a lot of times what happens is the reaction doesn't happen immediately, but you plant a karmic seed, right? That may take the next lifetime to actually come to fruition and grow, right? And manifest. Or you have to deal with past life actions that you don't understand. That's where what Krishna is talking about. Arjuna doesn't understand his past life actions. And there he says that the yoga sadhana helps you to remember them. But one of the things that is the strongest reoccurrence for coming back into the physical body is, and I talked about this last night, is desire. The desire to come back, that you want to come back. That there is something that is left unfinished that you want to take care of. That could be a lot of different things. In the yoga tradition, that could be that you want enlightenment or self-realization so much that you're willing to come back so you can continue the sadhana. Or it could be that even you wanted something so much, like you wanted to be successful at something, and you in this lifetime, and you didn't get the success that you wanted. So then all of a sudden you come back in the body again to get a second chance at trying to be successful at that. So desire is really what causes action to happen. Thoughts, words, and actions, right? Our desires. And in yoga, we start to temper our desires. Last night we were talking, and we were talking about yamas and niyamas also with this. And I started thinking after I got home about brahmacharya. And brahmacharya is always kind of described as a restriction of sexuality. And it seems very like when Patanjali talks about ahimsa, satya, asteya, brahmacharya, parigraha, everything is very broad. And then all of a sudden he gets to brahmacharya. It's like restrict sexuality. And it kind of trips you up. But then last night as I was thinking, I was like, this isn't about restricting sexuality. It's about restricting desire. Getting the reins on your desires. And he's just using the idea of sexuality as a metaphor for any desire you have that's unbridled. And he's saying, get control of the desires. And then through the idea of getting control of the desires, you can make better choices on thoughts, words, and actions, creating a different karma, right? Set your little paper to the side. The best way to clean out those karmas is the yoga sadhana. So come stand up at the top of the mat, big toes and heels touch, tailbone moves toward pubic bone, gaze is at the horizon. And then take a moment, close the eyes, bring the hands together, and offer the sadhana up to someone else. Maybe someone who's in need, someone who's suffering, someone who's finding the world a little challenging right now. And then give your efforts, your actions, your karmas to that being. And then exhale, hands by the side to Tadasana, mountain seat. On the inhale, bring the hands together, extend the arms up toward the sky, Asana. Exhale, fold over, straight legs, Uttanasana, press palms into floor blocks. Inhale, lift the head and chest, prepare. Exhale, step, jump back, Chaturanga, your choice. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look beyond the hands. Inhale, step or jump the feet in between the hands. Exhale, fold over the straight legs. Inhale, rise up, extend the arms. And exhale, hands by the side to Tadasana, mountain seat. On the inhale, extend the arms, Asana. Exhale, fold over straight legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift head and chest, prepare. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look beyond the hands. Inhale, step or jump the feet in between the hands. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, rising up, extending arms. Exhale, hands by the side to Tadasana, mountain seat. Let's do that again. Inhale, extend arms, Asana. Exhale, folding over legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing, stay. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale, push up into me. Exhale, 2, so you can lift your heels up a little bit. Exhale, 3, so lift your heels. Exhale, 4, now push up with the tailbone. Exhale, bend the knees, look beyond the hands. Inhale, step or jump the feet in between the hands. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, rise up, extend arms, see the prayer. Exhale, hands by the side to Tadasana, mountain seat. Jiva Mukti Surya Namaskar. With straight legs, inhale, hook thumbs, reach up, arch back. Exhale, bend knees, fold forward, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, step right foot back, low lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forward to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to heel, downward dog. On the inhale, right foot stepping forward. Exhale, left foot meets right, fold over legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, bend knees, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, left foot steps back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forward to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to heels, downward facing dog. On the inhale, left foot stepping forward. Exhale, right foot meeting left, fold over legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, hands by the side to Tadasana, mountain seat. Ashtanga Namaskar B. On the inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana. Exhale, put hands down, extend legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift head and chest, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward, left heel down, rise up, warrior one. One breath. Exhale, hands down to the earth with grace, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, left foot forward, right heel turns down, come up, warrior one. Exhale, hands down to the earth. Look at those windows, chaturanga. Don't look at that floor. Inhale, upward facing dog. Look at the ceiling. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look at the navel. Again, inhale, right foot forward. Left heel down. Rise up, warrior one. Exhale, hands down, looking at the windows, chaturanga. Don't look at the floor. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left foot forward. Right heel turns down. Come up, warrior one. Exhale, hands down, step back, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog, stay. Inhale. Exhale, quadriceps lift. Inhale. Exhale, extension of arms. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look beyond the hands. Inhale, step or jump the feet in between the hands. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the torso up. Utkatasana, awkward seat. Exhale, come, stand up to Dasana, mountain seat. On the inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana. Exhale, put the hands down, then extend the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step the right foot forward in between the hands. Now, keep your left heel up. This is coming into a lunge. Exhale, push through the left leg. On the inhale, lift the torso up, arms alongside the ears in a high lunge. Exhale, find your stability. On the inhale, extend the right leg. Straighten the right leg. Now exhale, twist and open the chest and the arms up to the right side. And you can kind of keep your gaze at the left thumb, or if you want to, you can take your hand gaze back to the right thumb. Now exhale, bend the right knee like a high lunge and stay. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, extend the right leg. Exhale, bring the arms and gaze back to the windows. Yeah, just a high, and then exhale, bend the right knee. Turn the left heel down, open the arms and hips up, warrior two, but do that gracefully and with control. On the inhale, extend the right leg. Exhale, reach into the right. Place the right hand down on the right shin, lift the left arm up. Look at the left thumb, triangle trikonasana. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now inhale, lift the torso up, pressing into the feet. Then exhale, bend the right knee like a warrior two. Now inhale, bring the arms alongside the ears. Yeah, so straight up toward the sky, but you're still going to face that wall over there. Yeah, so it's still warrior two. Now interlace your fingers together overhead. Then turn your inner palms to face upward. Push the ceiling away. Exhale, bend the right knee a little bit deeper, and inhale, reverse the warrior, pushing the air away with your hands. Exhale, 1. So you got a little oval shape going on. Arms are going to come up by the ears and the jaw, and you're pushing away because you want those lateral muscles to work and stretch. Exhale, 2. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now stay in the side bend. Inhale, extend the right leg, reverse triangle. Then exhale, rebend the right knee, release the hands, place the right hand on the floor outside the right foot. And then inhale, sweep the left arm toward the windows, coming into extended angle A. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. On the inhale, gently place the left hand down. Come onto the ball of the left foot. Exhale, extend the right leg. Move the left foot forward about halfway, just till the heel is on the ground. And then inhale, lift the head and chest, energetically pull the right hip back. And then exhale, fold forward over the right leg. Pardvottanasana. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Here again, notice what happens when you do this and when you do that. Notice what happens here, because that's where the difference is. It's in that scapula. It's not in the hands. That's what you're looking at. But there is now a extension of the arm instead of a protraction. Exhale, 2. Extension is important. Exhale, 3. You want to be able to extend the scapula. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, lift the head and chest halfway. Now a little rotated triangle. Bring the left arm in front of the right leg. Put your left hand on the floor outside your right foot. Use a block if you need to. Then take the right hand to the right hip, kind of pull the right hip back, and then lift the right arm up into the air and rotate through the chest, just like you did kind of when you were in a little lunge. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, gently place the right hand down. Frame the right foot with both hands. And exhale, step back to a downward facing dog. Just so easy. Now we'll do that on the left side. On the inhale, step the left foot forward in between the hands. Exhale, push through the right heel. Keep the right heel up into the air like a lunge. Then inhale, lift the torso up, arms alongside ears in a lunge. Exhale, find your grounding. On the inhale, extend the left leg. So straighten it. Then exhale, twist at the navel and open the chest and the arms up to the left side. To the left, yeah. Now, you can keep your gaze at your right hand, or you can look back to your left. Exhale, bend the left knee in a lunge twist. Inhale, good. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now inhale, extend the left leg. Then exhale, bring the gaze and the arms alongside the ears. Yeah, looking at the windows. Then exhale, bend the left knee and turn the right heel down, opening the arms and hips into a warrior 2 with control. On the inhale, extend the left leg. Then exhale, reaching to the left hand down, right arm lifts up, triangle trikonasana. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, lift all the way up to stand. Good. Now then exhale, bend the left knee like warrior 2. Then inhale, raise the arms alongside the ears. Interlace the fingers and turn the palms to face upward. Push the ceiling away. And then inhale, side bend on the left side, bringing the arms back toward the mirrors. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now on the inhale, just extend the left leg. Then exhale, rebend the left knee, release the hands, float the left hand down outside the left foot. And then inhale, reach the right arm toward the windows. Extended angle A. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, place the right hand down. Come onto the ball of the right foot. Exhale, extend the left leg. Bump the right foot forward about halfway. Grounded. You're on railroad tracks. On the inhale, lift the head and chest. Pull left hip back. And then exhale, fold. Press the palms down. Here again, as you push the floor away, there's going to be a protraction of the shoulder blades instead of retraction. Exhale, 1. There's too much people trying to teach retraction. You got to learn to protract too. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. And inhale, lift the head and chest. Bring the right arm in front of the left shin. Place the left hand on the outside of the right foot or a block. I like a block. Then ground down through the right hand. Take the left hand to the left hip. Pull the left hip back. Then lift the left arm up. Notice that same thoracic twist like when you were in lunge, right? That we did that little funny lunge thing. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, gently place the left hand down. Frame the left foot with both hands. And exhale, step back to a downward facing dog. Good for you. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look beyond your hands. Inhale, step or jump the feet in between the hands. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the torso up. Utkatasana, awkward seat. And then exhale, calm, stand up to Tadasana, mountain seat. Now we're going to do a couple of variations of rotated half moonrise. This is called moonrise, not a but it's like a rotated half moon standing, okay? So first, bend the right knee into the chest. Give the right knee a hug. Then bring the left hand to the outside of the right knee. So left hand over here. That's the twist right there. Lift the right arm up alongside the right ear and extend through. You're like really reaching up. And then exhale, twist. And as you twist, look back over at your right hand behind you and try to keep that same lunge quality that you had. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. And inhale, look forward. Bring the right arm alongside the right ear. Reach up. And then exhale, reach down. Hold the right knee. Give the right knee a little hug into the chest. And then place the right foot next to the left. Let's try that on the left side. On the inhale, bend the left knee into the chest. Give the left knee a hug. Then take the right hand to the outside of the left knee. And here again, you're going to pull a little bit with the right hand. Then lift the left arm up, extending through the scapula, really making some space there. And then exhale, twist and point the left hands behind you and balance on the right foot, looking back. Good. Stay balanced. Exhale, 1. Good. Now, you can get wherever you need your gaze. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, look forward. Bring the left arm alongside the left ear. And exhale, reach down. Hold onto the left knee. Give it a hug. And then place the left foot on the floor next to the right, Tadasana mountain seat. Now, you can do that variation again, but I'm going to give you an option this time, okay? On the inhale, bend the right knee into the chest. Give your right knee a hug. Now, your right knee's pointing up toward the ceiling, so that's important. Reach over with your left hand and grab the outside of your right foot or the outside of your right knee. Then on the inhale, lift the right arm up alongside the right ear, like really extend. And then exhale, twist and extend the right leg toward the windows and your right arm back, coming into the full variation of moonrise. It's okay, it's a hard one. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, look forward, bring the right arm alongside the right ear. Then exhale, reach out, grab the inside of the right foot. Then just bend the right knee into the chest. Give it a hug. And then place the right foot on the floor next to the left. All right. I know that's a complicated one. Mainly because you're balancing, but now you got to rotate your gaze and your thoracic, and that gets you to be a little dizzy when you do that. It's a little disorienting. Bend the left knee into the chest. Give the left knee a little hug with both hands. Now, you have options. Just take the right hand to the outside of the left knee or reach down, hold onto the outside of the left foot with the right hand. Then lift the left arm up alongside the left ear. Really reach through the scapula. And then exhale, twist and extend the left leg forward, left arm back, looking over the shoulder, balancing. Moonrise. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Good, everybody. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, look forward. Bring the left arm alongside the left ear. Stay steady. Exhale, reach out. Grab the inside of the left foot. Then bend the left knee. Bring it into the chest. Give it a hug. And exhale, fold. Put the foot on the ground. Tadasana mountain seat. Good for you. On the inhale, bend the knees. Utkatasana, awkward seat. Then exhale, put the hands down. Extend the legs. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step the right foot forward, left heel down, come up, warrior 1. 1 breath. Then exhale, open arms and hips, warrior 2. Inhale, extend the right leg. Now exhale, rebend the right knee. Put the right hand on a block outside the right foot. Now, exhale, take the left hand to the left hip. Figure out what your left hip is doing. Now look down at the right hand in the block. Pick the block up and move the block forward about 12 inches. As you do that, the weight will come into your right foot and your left leg will lift up into the air. Yep. And you're going to stack your shoulders and you're going to stack your hips. So everything's like you're kind of being pressed between two panes of glass. Then lift the left arm up into the air and look over your left shoulder at your left thumb if you can. Chandrasana, half moon. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now on the inhale, place the left hand down on the floor underneath your left shoulder. Drop your left hip. Turn your left toes down. So close the hip. Put a little weight in your left hand. On your inhale, lift the right arm up into the air and rotate at the thoracics. Rotated half moon. Inhale. Good. Now lift up. Exhale, 1. Pushing that to the right foot. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Good. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Now on the inhale, place the right hand down. And then exhale, fold over your standing right leg, standing split. Oh, I know. That left leg gets so tired in the air. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale, lift head and chest. Now listen, exhale, bend the right knee. Inhale, step your left foot back in a long lunge. Then exhale, drop to your left knee. Let your left knee be behind your left hip today. Inhale, lift the torso up, raise the arms alongside the ears like a lunge, like you've been doing over and over. Then exhale, bring the hands together in the center of the chest and twist so deeply over to the right that you get your left armpit on the outside of your right leg. Now, look down at the floor. Bend your right knee a little bit more and let your right knee overshoot your right ankle. Put your left hand on the floor or a block outside your right foot. Now bring your right hand to your right hip so you know what your right hip is doing. Then lift your left knee off the floor. And then extend your right arm toward the windows, looking into your right palm. Standing spinal twist. Good for you. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. And then he'll come back to center, place the hands down. And exhale, step back to a downward facing dog. Just so easy. On the inhale, step the left foot forward, turn the right heel down, come up Virabhadrasana 1. Then exhale, opening arms and hips, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, extending the left leg, 1 breath. Then exhale, rebend the left knee, put the left hand on a block outside the left foot. Then exhale, bring the right hand to the right hip. That way you know what your right hip is doing. Look down at your left hand, pick your block up, move your left hand forward, lifting your right foot up into the air. Chandrasana. Then lift the right arm up into the air and look over the right shoulder, balancing. Exhale 1, good. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. On the inhale, place the right hand down. Turn the right foot down, dropping the right hip. So now you close the hip. Right leg's going to stay up in the air. Put weight in the right hand. Drop this hip. On the inhale, lift the left arm up into the air. And rotate the thoracic, looking over the left shoulder. Rotated half moon. Exhale 1, really push into this foot. Exhale 2, so extend through the knee joint. Exhale 3, that's how you're going to balance. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. On the inhale, place the left hand down. And then exhale, fold forward over the left leg, standing split. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2, try to extend through that left leg. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale, lift head and chest. Exhale, bend the left knee. Inhale, step the right foot back into a long lunge. Exhale, drop down to the right knee. Let the right knee be behind the right hip. Inhale, lift the torso up like you did when you were in a lunge. Then exhale, bring the hands together and twist deeply over to the left. As you twist, get your right armpit on the outside of your left leg. Then look down at the floor. Put your right hand on a block outside your left foot. Really ground down through that hand. Bring the left hand to the left hip. Figure out what the left hip is doing. On the inhale, lift the right knee up, extending the right leg. Then shoot the left arm toward the windows and look into the left palm, standing spinal twist. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Good. On the inhale, gently place the hands down, frame the left foot, and exhale, step back to a downward facing dog. Good for everybody. Now, I like blocks underneath my hands for this, but if you have long arms, it's easy, but I have short arms. So put blocks underneath the hands, bend the knees, look forward. As you bend the knees, imagine that you're going to send your feet all the way to the windows. Shoot your legs through your hands and come sit down, extending the legs out in front of you. Woo! Just like that. There you go. See how much fun that is. Everybody has a good time doing that. It's like a slip and slide. Then dorsiflex the feet, lift the head and chest. And then exhale, fold forward. Hold on to the feet. Paschimottanasana. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. On the inhale, lift the head and chest. And exhale, open up the legs to a wide straddle. A little Upavishta Konasana. If you need to stagger so you can be on your yoga mat, I don't mind. Dorsiflex the feet, lift the head and chest. And then exhale, fold forward, holding onto the feet. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Good. Inhale. Exhale 10. Now inhale, lift the head and chest. Now bend the right knee. Externally rotate the right leg. Bring the right foot on the inside of the left thigh. You're still in that wide straddle. Upavishta Janu Shirshasana. Now bring the right hand to the outside of the left foot. And then bring the left hand to the inside of the left foot with the left wrist on top. Yep. Then lift the head and chest. And as you fold forward, twist a little bit and look back at the mirrors, lifting your left elbow up, pulling with your right arm. So that little bit of twist, and you're going to bring your head in between your arms. So as you do that, your left elbow is going to lift up. So you're going to twist and you're going to go whoop over there and pull with this arm and rotate with that arm. Exhale 1. Good. So you're really getting a little twist in here, even though it's a forward fold. Exhale 2. Oh, there. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. On the inhale, release the foot and lift up. Now, from here, just scoop your hands underneath your right shin. Okay? And just lift your right shin into your chest. Yeah. And you can rock the baby if you want to. I'm not sure how this is going to go. Okay? All right. Okay. Okay. All right. You can rock a few minutes. Now, a little seated compass. So see if you can bring your right leg higher onto the right shoulder. Yeah. Then with your right hand, plant your right hand down, but turn your right fingers a little bit back so there's external rotation of the shoulder. Then bring the left hand to the top of the right foot. and then push into your right hand and lift your right leg up into the air. Seated compass. So yes, going to push, little external rotation. So that hand goes back a little more. And then as you extend, you're going to rotate and look underneath your left shoulder. Look over there, look over. Bring your head underneath. Oh, there. Exhale 1. See, I'm going to let go now. Exhale 2. So you have that little twist again. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Good, everybody. Bend the right knee. Squeeze your upper arm with your knee and your thigh. Now turn your right fingers to point toward the wall in front of you, the windows. Then bring your left leg back to center. So bring your left heel in, okay? Then put your left hand on the ground. Now, walk your hands back a little bit. Roll round your upper back. Press into your hands. Lift your seat and lift your left foot off the floor. Just balancing a little bit. Exhale 1. Inhale. What is this one? Elephant. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, sit down. Oh, and extend the legs out to a wide straddle. All right. Other side, bend the left knee, open up the left knee, place the left foot on the inside of the right thigh. Now, first, take the left hand, hold on to the outside of the right foot. Then take the left hand, hold on to the right hand. I'm getting my right and left mixed up. Take the left hand, hold on to the outside of the right foot. Take the right hand, hold on to the inside of the right foot. Then lift the head and chest. And as you, instead of just folding forward, twist, look back underneath your right armpit and kind of rotate the chest in the forward fold. Exhale 1, much better. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5, then inhale, lift the head and chest up. Then slide the hands underneath the left ankle. Lift the left shin up. Bring the left shin into the forearms. You can give a little rock. You can give a little rocking back and forth or kind of stir the pot. That one's also good too. And then a little seated compass. Bring the left arm all the way up onto the left shoulder. So kind of lift the left leg up. Then plant the left hand down, but turn the left fingers toward the back of the room a little bit. So there's external rotation of the shoulder. Then take the right hand, hold on the top of the left foot. And then as you push down in your hand, don't use your thumb, but push down in that hand. Lift this leg up into the air. And as you lift up, rotate through the chest. Bring your head under here and look over there, extending there. Exhale 1. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale 1. Good for you. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Then bend the left knee. Squeeze your upper arm bone with your knee. Turn your left fingers to point toward the windows. Then bring your right leg straight forward. Point your right toes toward the windows. Place your hands on the floor a little bit back toward the mirrors. Round your upper back and lift your hips up. And lift that right leg up using Mula Bandha. Balancing. Exhale 1. Inhale. Good. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, come sit down and extend both legs out in front of you. Good. Who said forward folds can't be exciting? Little incline plank, point the toes away. Take the hands behind you 6 to 8 inches. Bring the chin and the chest on the inhale. Incline plank or tabletop. If you want to go back to tabletop, that's fine too. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, bring the chin to the chest and come down. And then bend both the knees. Cross one ankle over the other. I don't mind which one. Take your hands on the blocks slightly in front of you. Lift your seat, lift your feet, give a little rock, give a little roll, Lolasana. Step, jump back, walk back, work your way back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. And exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Then I'll slide forward, cobra. Stay in cobra. On the inhale, lift the hands off the floor. Squeeze the scapula together. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, come down, relax. Dhanurasana, seat of the bow. Bend the knees, reach back, grab the ankles. Kick the feet into the hands and lift the knees as high as the shoulders. Dhanurasana. Exhale, 1. Inhale, good. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, come down, relax. Bend the knees, reach back, grab the ankles. On the inhale, lift up, exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, come down, relax. A little vinyasa. On the inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, moving forward to plank. And exhale through bent elbows all the way onto the abdomen. And then roll over onto the back. Now, I want to do a variation. You've done, I think everybody's pretty much done this with me at some point. We're going to do a propped out variation of a real Setu Bandha asana. So you'll need 2 blocks, okay? And you're going to take 2 blocks and you're going to put them on the highest setting. So you're going to pair them up like this. You're going to lift your hips and you're going to put the blocks underneath the sacrum. Yeah. And that's going to, I like 2 blocks because when you do this, sometimes people will, once you have to kind of clench the glutes. And when you clench the glutes, some people will roll to one side. You're not going to roll with 2 blocks. Okay. Then grab your yoga mat, the edge of your yoga mat. Hold on to your yoga mat. Then walk your feet together till your feet and your knees touch. Then walk both your feet toward the mirrors and point your toes at the mirrors. There may be a little external rotation of the thigh and the big toe may lift up. That's perfectly fine. But that's what your legs look like. Then release the side of your mat and place the hands on the floor next to your head. Now, puff up your chest and just come onto the crown, the top of your head. So straighten your legs out. So no bend in the knee. You want to straighten out. Then cross your arms across your chest like an Egyptian pharaoh and balance on the head, the top of the head. So you're going to put your hands next to your head, okay? Up here, right here, like an upward bow, lift and come up front and balance here. Then squeeze your legs and then cross your arms over your body like a pharaoh, like a mummy. Inhale. Exhale 1, yeah, take the other hand there. Balance on your head and your feet. Exhale 2, look at there. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Good. Now release your crossed arms. Put your hands next to your head. Lift your chin to your chest and come back down on the back of your head. Yep. Then walk your feet back toward the windows. Feet flat on the floor. Press into the feet. Lift the hips. Take the blocks out from underneath you. Now that's a little closer to a real Setu Bandha asana. That thing we do where we clasp our hands underneath the back is just a shoulder opener. It's not really a Setu Bandha asana. Okay, but upward bow now. Place the hands next to the head, elbows toward the ceiling. On the inhale, lift all the way up, coming into Urdhva Dhanurasana. Exhale 1, inhale. Exhale 2, inhale. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale 5, bring the chin to the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. So, you could desire, I guess, so much to want to do some of these harder asanas. You might come back a second time just to go to yoga class. I don't know, maybe. I had so much desire to learn to get my foot behind my head. I just came back. Place the hands next to the head on the inhale. Come back up. Exhale 1, inhale. Exhale 2, inhale. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale 5, bring the chin to the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. Last time, place the hands next to the head. On the inhale, lift up. Exhale 1, good. Inhale. Exhale 2, inhale. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale 5, bring the chin to the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. Now draw the knees into the chest, give the knees a little hug. You can make little circles on the sacrum. So I was telling everybody last night at meditation that, Bobby listens to all these podcasts and he plays them in the car. I can't sit there and listen to those things for too long. But he was listening to this one guy talking about what makes certain people successful. And I thought this was interesting. I can't even tell you who it was or what podcast it was. He said that people who are incredibly successful have only one desire, and that is to be that successful. And it becomes like a laser beam, and that's their only desire. And sometimes it's manifested, whereas like for most of us, our desires are always being scattered all over the place. Like, oh, I desire to be this at this point in my life, and that, and be popular in school, and oh, maybe I want to be a straight A student. I don't know. We really don't know what our desires are, and so therefore we're never really that focused. Bring the knees over to the left, extend the right arm out, and look over the right shoulder. Dharana, which is one of the 8 limbs of yoga according to Patanjali, is to become focused, right? To become single-pointed. Concentration, he calls it. So that the only desire you have is yoga. And then when that desire becomes so intense, then it could possibly be manifested within the life. When that happens, the person becomes the jiva mukta, right? liberated while in the body, not having to wait till they leave the body, but they're liberated now. But once you become the Jiva Mukta, you have no more desires. Desire is gone. Karma is gone. Therefore, you don't come back. Bring the knees into the chest and go to the other side. And that's very interesting, right? So, in the end, yoga is a desire to eliminate karma and kama, desire, and action, so that you don't have to come back in samsara, or the cycle of birth, life, and death. Birth, life, and death. Birth, life, and death. You're free from it. Liberation. And you thought this was only about your hamstrings. On your inhale, come back to center. Bring the knees into the chest. Give the knees a little hug. Rock forward, rock back, rock forward, rock back. Come up to a seated position. And let's set up for shoulder stand, or legs up the wall, or Viparina, or Supta Baddha Konasana. You can come into any one of those. A shoulder stand inversion, full inversion, or you can come and bring legs up the wall, half inversion, or you can lay on the back with the knees out to the side, no inversion. So those are three choices. We'll spend about 5 minutes here, and then we'll spend about 5 minutes in a headstand sadhana. Now, one could start to kind of question, like, well, Austin, what is the difference when you say make a higher intention for the sadhana? The difference between higher intention and desire. That is something we should talk about, because those two could be very confusing, right? Is a higher intention the desire, or is the higher intention, because here again, let's go back to what we talked about 3 months ago, abhyasa and varagyabhyam, that I'm going to be present, perform the sadhana, but observe it because I'm in the now, but also be detached from the results of the sadhana. Ragyabhyam. Whereas desire, because desire is based more in an egocentric place, I'm attached to the outcome in desire. So I'm either going to be disappointed or elated, or I'm going to be one extreme or the other because of the attachment. So that's kind of an interesting thing to think about as you hear these lines, like set a higher intention for the sadhana. That the two elements of abhyasa and varagyabhyam change it energetically from desire. Because when you chanted Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu, you made the statement, in some small way. In some small way can I hope to uplift the lives of others. So it doesn't have to be a big gesture anymore. It could just be acknowledging the pain and the suffering is in some small way is alleviating it. Of having that bit of empathy and compassion that seems to be lacking in a lot of social media commentators is in some small way. Just to have empathy and compassion. You're not going and stopping any wars. You're not going and changing any life, but you do have empathy and compassion for that other soul. And that's a very small way. Allow the legs to come overhead. Let the toes touch the floor behind the head. Clasp the hands together in a fist. Halasana, seated the plow. So lift the knees up away from your forehead, okay, and push through the heels. Exhale, one. There. I know you got tight hamstrings, but that's because you're always bending your little knees. Exhale, two. But notice how like that extension now is changing everything. Exhale, three. Inhale. Good. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, five. Now bend your knees. Bring your knees alongside your ears. Reach back. Hold onto your knees. Reach back here. There. And then stay here. Stay. Right here. Exhale, one. Karnapidasana. Inhale. Good. Exhale, two. Take your hand. Go here, like here. Exhale, three. Now take this hand over there. Exhale, four. Look at there. Inhale. Exhale, five. Now put your hands toward the mirrors. And then come down. Good for you. Look at there. And then once you're all the way down, if you have any padding underneath the shoulders, lift the padding up. Lift the shoulders up and remove the padding. And then lay down on. If you're in legs up to the wall and you want a little Matsyasana time, come lay down on the back, pressing the elbows, puff up the chest. Come on the top of the head. Seat of the fish. Matsyasana. And here again, what you're doing is energetically opening up the throat that you just crushed so the energy rushes up into your third eye. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, five. Inhale. Exhale, six. Inhale. Exhale, seven. Inhale. Exhale, eight. Inhale. Exhale, nine. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Pressing the elbows, bring the chin in the chest and come down. And then draw the knees into the chest. Roll over to the left. Come into a child seat. And in child seat, if you want to go to the wall for this, I don't mind. Anytime somebody wants to use a prop, I never mind. So you can stay in the middle of the room or you can go to the wall for headstand. Turn the palms to face upward. Get the elbows a little closer together instead of out to the edge of the mat. Then make a fist with the hands. Place the head on the floor behind the wrist crease. Tuck the toes under, lift the knees up, walk the feet forward so the hips are over the shoulders. You can stay there in a dolphin. If you would like to go further, bring the knees into the chest and the heels toward the seat. Little half headstand. It's like a crow. Then move the knees toward the sky, moving the hips. Then extend the legs, coming into a full headstand. And we'll stay here. Last 10 breaths. Inhale. Exhale 10. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale, gently start to come down and rest in child's seat. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. And come lay down with the head toward the windows, feet toward the mirrored wall. In Shavasana, seat of the corpse. And here you're just going to let the body become heavy by letting go of Mula Bandha. And then allow the breath to just be organic, letting go of the Ujjayi Pranayama. Shavasana. Gently begin to deepen the breath. Now, as you deepen the breath, make small movements with the fingers and the toes. Stretch the arms overhead and stretch the arms and legs in opposite directions. Bend the knees into the chest, give the knees a little hug, and then gently roll over to the right side. And pressing the left palm into the earth, lift the torso up and come up to a seated position for a very brief meditation practice. Dhyana sadhana. Once you found your seat, commit. Allow the breath to deepen. Close the eyes, draw the senses in, and focus the mind. And as you inhale, silently chant Om. And as you exhale, silently chant Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Gently bringing the hands together in undulating mudra, bowing the head slightly. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. May there be peace within myself. peace with those around me, but most of all, universal peace. Thank you all so much. Have a beautiful rest of your evening. If you're staying for Yoga Nidra, just leave your mat where it is. We'll be back.